think today's story is chapter 54. The shaman who ate cow dung. Ignorance leads to superstition. Once there was a couple blessed with 3 children, all of them girls. They were eager for a son as well. The wife became pregnant, but her husband told her, "It's probably another girl." Just as she was feeling pessimistic about her chances of giving birth to a boy, a man came calling and asked her which she thought it would be, a girl or a boy. "I have no idea," she said. "Which are you hoping for?" he persisted. "I'd love to have a boy this time," she said honestly. "Well, I have divine power," said the man, "and I am sorry to say that it is another girl." Interested despite herself, she asked, "How do you know?" "I have special power, but if you pray, there is still time to change the sex of the child. If you like, I will offer prayers on your behalf. But that must be expensive. I seek only to help others. Money is nothing to me, but each prayer must be accompanied by a thank offering of 5,000 yen, which is equivalent with $50. 4 or 5 prayers should do it." The wife was only half convinced, but the amount of money was not great, and she knew how thrilled her husband would be with a son. And so, without telling anyone, she asked the shaman to perform the series of prayers. Finally, the last day came. As usual, the husband set off for work, and then the shaman came by. But today, the husband forgot something and retraced his steps, only to find a strange man laying strips of paper on his wife's belly and chanting a spell with all his might. After listening silently to his wife's abashed explanation, the man bowed to the shaman and excused himself. He went out and bought some bean jam buns, removed the bean jam, and replaced it with cow dung. When he came back, he invited the shaman to help himself. The shaman had feared a commotion, but at this display of hospitality, he relaxed and bit off a big mouthful. When he realized that he had been made to eat cow dung, he sputtered with indignation. The man and his wife both laughed. "Looks like you don't have power to see beneath the outer layer of a bun," said the husband. The shaman fled, shamefaced. The heart of darkness is ever prey to silly superstition. So that's the story. Yeah, in the past, there was no science. People were ignorant about science, and people easily believe in superstition. Uh, like when they heard a big thunder, they thought it was God's anger, and the earthquake must have been caused by a big catfish. This is old superstition from ancient Japan. In these days, I heard the news of a sea turtle. Sea turtle give birth, lay eggs on the beach, and the mother turtle leaves the beach. And then, after many weeks, the eggs turn to little baby turtle. But under the average temperature, the sex of the turtle will be probability will be half and half, male or female. But if the temperature is very high, the most of the baby turtle will become female. That's what I remember from recent news. Because of this global warming or climate change, the sex of the newborn sea turtle is almost female. So it's causing a little bit trouble. In this case, the sex of the baby will be determined by the temperature. But for human baby, it's already decided when when the mother's belly become so big. So it's really deep superstition to think that mother or father can change the sex. Everything is based on the law of cause and effect. So, but at the same time, we all human beings have this ignorance about the law of cause and effect. If it's very simple, anybody can understand. But there are deeper part of the reality, especially when we are confronted with big suffering of life. It's not easy to understand and accept the law of cause and effect and realize my karma, my harvest. And then we think this must have been caused by somebody else. Even if we learn wisdom of Buddha, this ignorance die hard. So all the more, listening to Dharma is very, very important. We should remind ourselves. The Dharma will remind ourselves of the law of cause and effect and shed light to human foolishness. Having awareness of our own foolishness is very close to enlightenment. Okay, so that's the lesson from this today's story. So good job, everyone. So have a good evening and see you next time.